Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day today and I hope you're ready for some Am I the A-hole? We have a lot to get into today, so I'm not going to waste any time. Thank you for joining me and I hope you have a great time today. And the first one that we're going to read says, I farted and my boyfriend got mad. My boyfriend 30 and I 28 female were cuddled in bed under a blanket, not doing anything, just cuddled up. Randomly I farted, literally out of nowhere, and he immediately jumped out of bed and said, okay, I'm done, and started getting dressed saying stuff like this irks me. I replied, I understand, but that was completely unintentional but also very natural. His response angrily, why would you fart in the bed under the blanket? I just sat there shocked with absolutely no words. At that moment, my heart shattered into every tiny piece imaginable. What should I do? He can't handle the fact that you farted? Are you joking? Edit, oh wow, I did not expect this post to blow up. First of all, thank you for commenting. For context, the fart did not stink. It was a little toot. Please understand me when I say that I'm not worried about the fart itself. I'm more concerned at his reaction. This is somebody that I heavily considered spending forever with, but that all became questionable after that situation. I'm also extremely shocked at the number of comments of people who genuinely think that women don't fart or poop. Also, I wish this was fake. Trust me, I'm even embarrassed for myself. I didn't think a fart would cause any issues in my relationship, in the relationship that I've already invested every fiber of my being in. Yeah, that's not good, OP. His reaction to you farting, I mean. Like, what do you mean? So what, you're never ever gonna fart in front of each other? The top comment says, imagine having a dude once broke up with me because I farted as part of your dating law. This is epic. Yeah, but he also feels justified. Like OP did something unforgivable by farting. The second top comment says, when my wife went through breast cancer, she had a double mastectomy, sorry. It was my job to empty 7 different drains that were connected to tubes all over the chest, and not just empty them, but measure the output for the doctor. For about 2 weeks, she couldn't stand up straight because of all the stitches. That meant that I had to walk her to the bathroom, wait for her to poop, and then wipe her afterwards, as she couldn't do it herself. She survived cancer, which she was diagnosed with just as the pandemic was beginning, and thus went through chemo, being immune compromised during a pandemic, and before the vaccine was available, and for that I'm forever grateful. Every day here on out is gravy. If your partner can't handle a fart, you deserve a better partner. Yeah, I 100% agree. Especially when they're making OP feel like they're in the wrong. Like, bro, what do you have against farting that you're not telling OP? Like, was there a farting related accident or something that you're not telling us about? Why do you feel so strongly about farts? This comment says, good for him. Women shouldn't fart and they should poop ice cream. What the hell is wrong with you? That's such a funny comment. You farted? Oh my god, I didn't even realize you did that. You should be pooping ice cream. The comment above that says, I would have farted louder to assert dominance. 100% agree. The comment above that one says, do nothing. He's an idiot and might have been looking for a way out, as this sounds ridiculous. You should find a more mature boyfriend. And OP said, yeah, it was very immature and childish. And I can't wrap my head around how he would be or react in more serious situations. I'm baffled. Yeah, that's such a good point. If this is how he handles a fart, how would he handle something serious? Or is it something about farting in particular that he's got a problem with? I want to know his thought process on it so bad. Like, what is he thinking here? OP has a comment that says, I was definitely the outside spoon. My butt was facing away from him, so there's no way that it even touched him. I think it would have been rude if I actually farted on him. Right, okay, thank you for the context. OP also has this comment. No, he does not fart loudly in front of me, but he does let out some gas. He does feel comfortable using the bathroom in front of me, and of course, as you can imagine, isn't a pleasant smell. Yet I never complain or make him feel guilty for it. I absolutely believe worse things may be yet to come. Yeah, so he doesn't feel like you should be allowed to fart in front of him or something? That is so bad. The comment below that says, so he can crap in front of you, but you're not allowed to cut the cheese? Well, cut the cheese is such a gross but also cute way to describe farting. But yeah, he's allowed to do it, but you're not allowed to do it. And like that comment said, he's comfortable to crap in front of you, but you're not allowed to fart or cut the cheese. So different rules apply for you because you're a woman? Yeah, he definitely sounds immature, OP. Wait, what did he say? He said, okay, I'm done. That's so bad. What's that, you farted? Okay, I'm done. I am out of here. Like, I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous, but yeah, that's not good, OP. Red flag. Post number 2 says, am I the gay hoe for threatening to sue a mummy influencer? Posting for a friend who isn't on Reddit. Me, 39 female, and my husband, 44 male, are currently looking for a new home after outgrowing our current starter home. I'm sorry, but when somebody says they outgrew their house, I imagine them like growing into like a giant that can no longer fit in their house anymore. Don't know if I'm the only person who pictured that, but I literally pictured you being too tall to fit in your house anymore, so you needed a bigger house after outgrowing our current starter home. We live in a suburb of a major metropolitan area. I'm an architect and he's an attorney. Ideally, we're looking for a home that has some good bones, that we can renovate to our taste since I'm an architect and we have friends who work in the trades. Long story short, we toured a house 2 weeks ago that I thought may be a good fit. There was a lot that needed to be changed and updated, but for the price, I thought it would be something that we wanted to pursue. Fast forward about 4 days and I get a text from one of my friends asking if I'd seen this, with a link to an Instagram reel from a local mummy influencer, 35 female. I click on it and it's a security camera video of my husband and I walking through the home on a tour with our realtor, and she's taken all the clips where I was talking about things that I didn't like or what I would change and spliced it up so it looks like I'm being highly critical of her home. The rest of the video is her saying that she would never sell it to us because we're mean and nasty people. Our faces are clearly visible in the videos, I might add. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. My husband drafted a cease and desist letter yesterday. Sorry, I couldn't say cease and desist a letter. And now she's blasting us all over town to Kingdom Come with her little army of mummy trolls on my husband's law firm's social media accounts and my firm's webpage. Mind you, I'm the owner of the firm, so it doesn't make a difference for me, but it does for my husband. She hasn't taken the video down yet, and we're fully prepared to take her to court if she doesn't. My realtor's extremely embarrassed and said the other realtor is embarrassed as well. Needless to say, we're not pursuing her house anymore and are taking a pause while we deal with this. 2 of our friends said that we should have tried to ride it out and let it pass because this type of thing always does, but I couldn't let her do this. Am I the a-hole? The top comment says, not the a-hole. Show no mercy. People like her continue to do stuff like that because nobody ever follows through and nails their ass to the wall. Secretly recording you could be enough on its own to cause her some major trouble. Yeah, for sure. And the top comment, not the a-hole in brackets your friend. Get her, take her down, go after this toxic BS with as much ferocity as you want. And the comment below that says 100% agree. I can't stand this kind of person manufacturing drama for internet clout. God, I can't wait until the influencer idiocy fades into the past and it's only one more stupid fad that we cringe about. Not the a-hole. Go after her and hit her as hard as you can. Also, I'd be surprised if the realtor doesn't try to bring some kind of action against them or drop them entirely, as that's going to make it nearly impossible to sell the property when anybody who walks in it could end up on the internet for some influencer wannabe. Yeah, could not agree more. That's so infuriating. And you're so not allowed to do what they did. The comment below that one says sue her for defamation of character, harassment, screenshot, everything. Find out your local laws about recording without consent and take any money that she made from the views of you. Yeah, the audacity. Are you the a-hole for threatening to sue a mummy influencer? Absolutely not. People like that need to learn that they can't do stuff like that. So frustrating. The next one says, am I the a-hole for supporting my nephew after he taught his golden child brother a lesson that he'll never forget? Note, I'm posting from my girlfriend's account because I don't have one. I hope nobody gets confused by that. Context, I'm 31 male and my brother is 40 and he has 2 sons, Jack 16 and James 13. Jack was born when my brother was still in college. He didn't want a child at that time. He and his girlfriend struggled for a while managing their studies and raising a child. Thankfully, our parents were supportive and helped him. I also helped in any way that I could. Eventually, he finished his studies and got a job at 27, got married to his girlfriend. Then they had their second child, James. Both of them spoiled him a lot. Whenever our parents or I said anything, they claimed that James was their planned child, and since they were in a good position, James deserved it. But at the same time, they neglected Jack. They gave James expensive gifts and toys and clothes and snacks and everything. And the saddest part is that Jack never even once complained. I watched that kid be happy just because his brother was happy opening his gifts. James, on the other hand, was spoilt rotten. He constantly compared his things to Jack's, and if Jack ever got something good from somebody, he wanted it too. And this problem kept on growing. The negligence towards Jack worsened, and James started taking advantage of it. He began getting Jack grounded for things that he did, and their parents always believed James no matter what. Over the years, I saw the sparkle in Jack's eyes fade. Now, the incident that happened this Christmas, to be clear, I love both of my nephews. I don't approve of James's behavior, but I blame the parents, not the kid. So for Christmas, I bought both of them a Nintendo Switch. Jack had wanted one for years and he almost cried when he got it. He hugged me and thanked me, but James hated it, saying, I wanted a PS5, not this, and threw it away. I didn't care because I did my part. Whatever he did with his gift was none of my concern. I wasn't going to enable this kid like his parents did. Please tell me this one's not real. I wanted a PlayStation 5, not this. Oh my god, that's terrible. A few days after Christmas, Jack came knocking on my door. The kid was crying and shaking. I let him in, calmed him down, and I asked him what happened. To keep it short, after I gave them both a Nintendo Switch, Jack was too happy with it. He played The Legend of Zelda whenever he had time, and he was having so much fun. That didn't sit well with James. To ruin Jack's fun, James broke his own console and cried to their mum, claiming that Jack broke it. Their mum believed him, snatching Jack's console and gave it to James and grounded Jack. Oh, this is so infuriating. Jack lost it this time. Years of unfair treatment finally got to him. He grabbed James by the neck and he started choking him. He said that he didn't know what came over him, but his mum screaming and beating him couldn't stop him. He just saw red. He started screaming at James, demanding him to tell the truth. James was struggling and begging Jack to release him, and finally James admitted the truth. Jack let go and James was left gasping for air, and Jack ran away straight to my apartment. After a while, I received a phone call from my brother asking me to send Jack home because he had a lot to answer for. Jack wanted to return home to face the consequences alone, but I went with him. When we arrived, I saw James visibly terrified of Jack. He had never faced consequences for his actions before, and it looks like Jack's anger had truly scared him. My brother started screaming at Jack, but I stopped him. I asked James in front of everybody why he did what he did. He didn't say anything at first, but when I pushed, he finally admitted Jack was having too much fun, and it irritated him. That kid was so spoiled that somebody else's happiness bothered him. His mum started to defend him, saying that he's just a kid and blah blah. I stopped her and I sent Jack outside to sit in my car. Then I let my brother have it. I told him everything, how he failed as a father, how he neglected Jack, how he'd spoiled James to the point of making him a terrible human being. My brother listened. He didn't say a word. His wife tried to say something again, but this time he shut her up. It looked like reality had finally hit him. He finally realized his younger son was becoming a terrible person. I told him that if they hated Jack so much, I could take him. Then I left and I took Jack back to my apartment. Now Jack's here with me. His mother has been blowing up my phone saying that I was cruel to James and that I shouldn't meddle in their family affairs. She accused me of favoritism towards Jack. I didn't reply to her. I haven't heard anything from my brother yet. Maybe he's still processing his mistakes. For now, Jack's with me playing games and studying. He's such a great kid. And if his parents don't want him back, I plan to support him until he graduates and get him on his feet. Am I the a-hole for taking Jack's side? The top comment says, hopefully your brother will understand what was going on and not criticize you for having Jack at your house and having defended him. Jack's mother's probably always going to lash out against you. Hopefully Jack can live at your house for a while until things calm down. You need to make sure that James isn't going to seek revenge and do something evil. You're not the a-hole for defending your nephew. The comment below that says not the a-hole. For Jack to have to do that just to get the truth out of his brother, it shows that he had a lot of restraint over the years, but everybody has a breaking point. My younger siblings were spoiled rotten. When I moved out at 21, my parents finally saw what I'd been dealing with for years and couldn't handle it. OP, you've saved Jack from not only his family, but from himself. He ran to you, had the maturity to go home and face the consequences, and you shielded him. You're the very best, and I hope you and Jack find peace with each other, now and in the future. The comment below that says not the a-hole, but I do think Jack does need therapy. He's harboring a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and he's been through a lot emotionally. It's not his fault by any means. He was dealt a crappy hand, and to be honest, crappy parents too. Take it from somebody who's been there. His feelings now is what he'll carry and shape him in adulthood. You were not wrong to defend him. He did what he did because he was finally happy, and it was almost taken away again. He's been holding his emotions in, and contents do explode under pressure. Whether this one is fake or not, I don't know, but good on you for being there for him, for standing up for him. And OP said thank you so much, and I'm sorry that you had to go through the same. I will take him to therapy after a while. I want him to feel safe and accepted. The comment below that one says thank you for sticking up for this poor kid. His parents are terrible people. And OP said I feel bad for him. He doesn't deserve this. Yeah, and the one below that, I think the worst part is the mum accusing him of favoritism. She should be happy. Jack's finally out of her way so she can love her only important child. Like you're accusing OP of favoritism? Yeah, very much a not the a-hole consensus here. And the next one says, am I the a-hole for not going on vacation with my friend and her kids? My 30 female friend Sarah, also 30 male, is a single mum with 2 kids. She's been having a rough time after separating from her husband last year, and I've done my best to be there for her. My other close friend Lena and I have always accommodated Sarah's situation, visiting her at her house so that she wouldn't have to go out, planning outings around her kids' needs and being as flexible as we can. Recently, Lena and I decided to go on a vacation together, just the 2 of us. When Sarah found out, she got very upset. She told us that she'd expected us to include her and her kids since we were her closest friends and she doesn't have many people to travel with. She also said that because she's in a difficult situation situation. She thought this was something we would do for her as her friends. Lena and I explained that while we love her and her kids, a vacation with them would be completely different from what we had in mind. We also offered to take a shorter trip with her and the kids, like a long weekend, but she dismissed that because she wanted a full week at the beach. She then said that she would have let me join if the roles were reversed, but to me that's not a fair comparison. If I were tagging along on a vacation with her family, I'd be adapting to their plans. Whereas if she came with us, we'd have to plan the whole trip around her kids. Sarah's now said that she doesn't know if our friendship will survive this, which I think is an extreme reaction. I understand that she's disappointed, but I don't think it's fair to guilt trip us into changing our plans. She's also acting like we're abandoning her, when in reality we've been incredibly accommodating for years. I feel bad that she's struggling, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's my responsibility to ensure that she has somebody to travel with. So am I the a-hole for not wanting to go on vacation with her and her kids? So what are her expectations with the kids? I need more information. This comment says not the a-hole. I don't understand how Sarah thinks friendship works. Was she expecting you to babysit? Are you not allowed to have other friends? This one's confusing. The comment below that one says definitely not the a-hole. If I'm going to the beach as a 27 female myself for a week, I don't want to be around kids, especially kids that aren't mine. It's time to relax, drink, explore, and do my own thing, not having to worry about kids or not being able to do what I want to do. Plus, that's an expensive vacation to not get to fully enjoy because your friend and her kids want to tag along. And if she can't understand that, then I really wouldn't care if the friendship survived at that point. And the comment below that says not the a-hole. She has unrealistic expectations if she feels like her and her kids are going to be included in everything. And if the friendship doesn't survive, then that's her decision. Yeah, and the comment below that one, not the a-hole. Adult holidays and kid holidays are completely different. Tell her she's very welcome to come, but it's adults only. So she would need to arrange childcare for the kids. Don't let her threaten the end of the friendship if you don't accommodate her children on your holiday. That threat in itself is enough to end the friendship. So she should be careful what she wishes for. Yeah, very much a not the a-hole consensus here. I definitely want more information though. But yeah, it's pretty understandable that you want a child-free vacation. This comment says not the a-hole. If she wants to cut off her two best supporters over a vacation, that's up to her. The next one says, am I the a-hole for telling my family that it's not my fault that I'm not a twin? My parents struggled to have kids and went on fertility treatments to have my siblings, and the result was two sets of non-identical boy-girl twins who look identical pretty much. That reminds me so much of that Simpsons episode, the one where Dr. Hibbert said, did anybody else slip Manjula any fertility drugs? And everybody did.
Did anyone else slip this woman fertility drugs?
Mine tasted like strawberry.
The older twins are Max and Damie, and the younger twins are Jason Lacey. Our family has always been so obsessed with the fact that there were two sets of twins born to the same parents in our family, and that they could pass for identical even though they're the opposite sex. Birthdays, Christmases, school plays, sports games, report cards, graduations, everything was a huge deal and celebrated as this great thing. My siblings had so many parties thrown for them and so many reasons to get gifts. It was insane. I was born 6 years after Jason Lacey, and my family can't hide their disappointment in a singleton. My birthdays were never a big deal, and I didn't get the same attention for Christmas or report cards or sport games. For my siblings, the whole family would try to show up and support, and I was lucky to have one parent at any of my stuff. My report cards were never celebrated either. I'm not close to my siblings, they don't notice me much, and they enjoy the attention a lot. So it's pretty easy for me to slide through the cracks with them, but even our parents don't put the same amount of attention and effort into me. My graduation was a topic of conversation a weekend ago. My siblings can't make it because of work or college stuff, and the rest of my family was like, well, I guess we don't need to plan around my graduation. I told them I'd still like everybody there, and they said that I didn't need anybody there. I asked why my siblings had, and they said it was such a big deal for twins, or when they're one of two sets born to the same parents and could pass for identical. They said that's something to celebrate. I told my family it's not my fault that I wasn't a twin, and I didn't get why I was being so overlooked. My grandpa said at 17 I don't need to be jealous of attention other kids get, and as a boy I shouldn't get caught up in all that kind of stuff. I said even teenage guys want to feel like they matter. My family said that I was being unreasonable. One of my aunts said that I was gaslighting the family, while my grandma, parents, and a couple of other aunts and uncles said that I was emotionally trying to manipulate them. Your family is awful. They wanted me to apologize to everybody for telling them it's not my fault that I'm not a twin, because nobody ever said that it was. Am I the a-hole? What a crap family. Yeah, the top comment. Not the a-hole. I'm so sorry your family sucks so much. It's not gaslighting gaslighting people to say I'm madder too. I hope you have or find amazing friends to be a found family because you deserve attention and support. Yeah, and the comment below that, yikes. So your parents went through all of this time, money, and effort to have a large family and they treat you like a throwaway? I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that happening to be born on the same day as another sibling was such a significant accomplishment. Oh yeah, you've got twins that were born. They didn't do anything, they were born. And oh yeah, we definitely need to celebrate that and make sure you feel like you don't even exist. What a terrible family. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And the comment below that, I'm sorry you're gaslighting them? That's laughable, not the a-hole. The comment below that says you don't need to apologize. Also, the twin thing isn't a big deal. Your mum took some meds and dropped extra eggs and had them 2 at a time. I would tell your family to f a cactus. 100%. Yeah, your family sucks, OP. Like, they are so bad. Yeah, this comment, not the a-hole. Let your family wonder why they never see or hear from you once you go no contact with them. I'm sorry that you come from a family of a-holes. Yeah, this one is so aggravating. Like, OP and OP's siblings were born, but just because OP wasn't a twin, they are completely overlooked. Some people should not be parents. If you're gonna have a child and treat them the way that OP's parents are treating them, then you shouldn't be having kids. That is so sad. OP's got a comment that says, I hope the day soon where it feels like I have an actual family, where I'm loved and wanted as much as everybody else. Yeah, I hope that for you too, OP. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, moving on. Am I the a-hole for kicking my sister out after she laughed at me and my disabled wife? Me and my wife are 23. We were dating since we were 15 and 4 years ago we got married, and our families were against us getting married so early because we were too young to commit, but we got married and they attended, but we could sense their discomfort. Now her family and mine both get along with each other, and I felt like we were all getting along because we both are happy and so were our families. 7 months ago, my wife had an accident that she broke both of her legs. She had scars on her face which made her depressed, and I tried the best to help her and also to comfort her, and doctors are trying their best and are providing as much physical and also emotional support as I can. But the truth is she's paralyzed, possibly for life. She's not going back to the way that she was. She knows and so do I, but I'm trying my best to help my wife. But 3 days ago when my sister came to visit us, she got drunk and started making fun of our situation. She started blabbering and said that it's karma for hurting everybody in our family. Thankfully my wife wasn't around, she was sleeping. I asked her to get in the car and I dropped her to her place. The next day she says that she's sorry and didn't mean to hurt me, but I told her that what she said did hurt me. I would have forgave her if she hit me, but you're making fun of what we're going through and I can't accept that, and I'm never going to talk to her ever again. But my parents are saying that my sister was drunk and I should forgive her and forget because she was drunk. But I feel like she was so disrespectful to us and our struggle and making fun of us. Yeah, the top comment, not the a-hole. Drunk words are sober thoughts. 100%. The comment below that says, not the a-hole. Your sister's comments were incredibly insensitive and hurtful, especially given the challenges that you and your wife are facing. Being drunk doesn't excuse such behavior. It's understandable that you would want to distance yourself from somebody who disrespects your situation so blatantly. Your parents may want to keep the peace, but your feelings are valid, and it's important to prioritize the well-being of you and your wife. Setting boundaries with your sister is a reasonable response to her actions. And also this comment, not the a-hole. If you had let her stay, who knows how much more hurtful things she would have said about your wife. Good job on sticking up for your wife. Yeah, and the comment above that one, not the a-hole. Being drunk is not an excuse. She came into your house and insulted your wife. Screw her. Yeah, and what did they say? It was karma for hurting everybody in our family. What an awful thing to say. And also, what do they mean hurting everybody in their family? This comment says not the a-hole, but she was drunk is not an excuse. Go commit a crime, and when you're in front of the judge in court, tell them I shouldn't be punished because I was drunk, and see how far that gets you. Drunk people don't just make things up out of the blue. They say the things that they've been thinking all along, but when they're sober, they're smart enough to keep it to themselves. And OP said, actually, yeah, that's what I'm most concerned about. I think my sister does hate my wife so much that she's enjoying her suffering. Does she not realize that her brother's also suffering? Does she hate me as well? I love her and I thought that she loved me, even though we had a rough time, but to say this all, I would have preferred if my sister berated or insulted or slapped me instead of what she said. At least I could have forgiven her, but she crossed boundaries and I don't know how to forget her words, even if she was drunk. Yeah, and fair enough too, OP, that's so bad. The comment below that one says she doesn't hate you, but she sure hates your wife. Being drunk just made her careless enough to speak her truth. No, you're not the a-hole, but your sister sure is, and your parents are lesser ones for for wanting you to pretend that she never said what she did, and because they value her hurt feelings over yours. Okay, I found one that's a little bit more lighthearted. Am I the a-hole for refusing a donut that my boyfriend licked? My boyfriend and I are having a small staycation at a hotel for his birthday. We got some Chinese food delivered and I ordered the donuts. Basically deep fried biscuit dough rolled in white sugar. When the food arrived, I joked about inhaling the donuts, so he made a whole show of stealing one and licking off all of the sugar. I'm laughing up a storm when he hands it back to me, and then I get confused. He said that he didn't actually want to eat it. Oh, come on, dude, you have to eat it now. You licked all the sugar off it. You can't give it back now. He said that he didn't actually want to eat it, so he was giving it back for me to eat later. I laughed and said, ew, no way, I'm eating the new ones. This made him quiet. We spent a couple of minutes eating in silence before I spoke up and tried to clarify that I would prefer to eat a new donut with sugar that's not sticky with saliva. He said that we've swapped all kinds of saliva, and it hurts that I'm acting as if he's too disgusting to share food with. Oh, come on, dude, that's completely different. Yeah, I'm sure you've swapped all kinds of saliva, but that's different than licking a whole donut. Do you spit all over your partner's food and get surprised when they don't want to eat it? And it hurts that I'm acting as if he's too disgusting to share food with. OP never said that. OP never said they were disgusting. And of course OP doesn't want to eat it. Who would want to eat it? Oh my god. I took the donut and I put it back in the box, but it's pretty much too late. The night has most likely been ruined, as he's still quiet hours later. And nothing I'm saying or doing is helping lift his mood. Am I the a-hole for not taking back the donut? No, you're not the a-hole. The top comment says, okay, your title said he licked it, which I thought would be okay. Then you explained that he licked all of the sugar off it. That is totally not the same. Ew, I'm not eating that either. The best donuts are fresh and covered in cinnamon sugar. And after it's been in somebody's mouth, it's no longer fresh. It's not about the saliva, it's about the donut. Yeah, the comment below that, come on, it's about the spit too. I love my partner and kissing is totally different, but I'm not drinking a shot of his spit for fun. Same goes for other bodily fluids. Context matters. Yeah, I could not agree more. Yeah, the boyfriend's logic is not making sense. Like, we've swapped saliva a whole bunch of times. Kissing your partner is different from licking their food. The second top comment says, not the a-hole, I wouldn't want to eat that either. It doesn't matter how much saliva you've already shared. To me, it's like he's expecting you to eat something that he's already eaten. It's weird to me that this made him upset to the point that he ruined the evening. Yeah, and he ruined the evening, OP, not you. You never once said that he was disgusting. Yeah, context really does matter. Saying that they've shared saliva before, that's not the same. And OP said, I laughed and said, ew, no way, I'm eating the new ones. Like, you're laughing, you're having a good time. You didn't say he was disgusting. He chooses to get upset because you didn't want to eat his slobbery donut. The comment below that one says, not the a-hole. This is ridiculous. Context is everything here. A kiss is a kiss, and passing you half a donut after he's bitten into it and eaten the other half is one thing, but licking the sugar off a donut and then passing you the saliva-sodden mess is another. Incidental saliva is a completely different context than somebody deliberately slobbering on food while removing an important part of what makes it delicious. Ask him to imagine you sucking and nibbling all the skin off the KFC and leaving him the aftermath, demanding that he eats it. It's not just unappetizing, it's rude and degrading. Yeah, and then getting all upset because OP didn't eat it. No, not the a-hole. And that's enough for today. We need to read something wholesome. This one's a comic by Mo Comics. I want to be left alone with you. Oh, that's so beautiful. Just you and me and enjoying each other's company. That is so beautiful. I love that so much, and that's such a cute comic. This one's a Jim Benton one. I have no idea what you're doing, but I'm pretty sure nobody does it better. Yeah, that's so cute. I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing such a good job at it. Possibly the best. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time today. The comment of the day goes to, I don't know how to pronounce this username, Sopa Duma Delicia 5. Nailed it. I know it's completely off topic to the video, but I wanted to share something positive today. If all goes well, I should have a full ride scholarship to study geology. I won't have to pay anything, and I'm incredibly grateful that I got this lucky, and I wanted to share it with the community. Oh, that's so awesome. Congratulations. That's amazing, and that must be such a good feeling. Yeah, well, congratulations. And thank you for sharing that in the comment section. I love reading your comments, guys, and thank you for the support. That was such a fun episode, and I'm already so excited for the next episode. So make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!